Hey guys, welcome back to Heritage Hollow Homestead. The next thing I'm going to be seed saving from is some squash. Everything that I'm doing today will also apply to zucchini or any type of even winter squash as well when it comes to seed saving. So let's save some seed from this guy. Okay guys, so I'm saving seeds from lots of different things in my garden. I ran across this one squash. It's overgrown, it's looking bumpy. Quite a bit larger than what I would prefer it be for eating. So instead I'm just going to seed save with the squash today, and you could do the same thing with zucchini or winter squashes or even pumpkins. The same basic principles will apply to this. So this is an heirloom variety of yellow crookneck squash that has just overgrown a bit. And I always recommend using heirloom and open pollinated plants and the fruit from those plants to seed save from, and that way you're going to have guaranteed genetics whenever you go forward into your next gardening season with those saved seeds versus I would not recommend saving seed from any type of hybrid plant, because the genetics in hybrid plants and the seeds that you would try to save from them, those genetics are have not had time to stabilize. And next year, if you try to replant those seeds that you would save from a hybrid plant, you may not even end up with any plant at all, or a very strange looking plant. And nobody has time for that or room for that in their garden till so in a time when seed saving is more important than ever, I would just highly advise going with open pollinated or heirloom plants to seed save from, and that's what we are doing today. Okay guys, so the first tip I'm going to give you when seed saving from squash or zucchini is that you want to choose the fruit that you're going to seed save needs to be overripe, like larger than it should be. So what I do is I just purposely leave a few. Well, this one actually wasn't on purpose, but I have already seed saved from others that I had purposely left on the vine for longer than they should be, so they would overgrow into really large squash or zucchini. And the reason for that is because we want the seeds that are inside of them to have time to fully mature and be large enough to be viable for the next year. And so we're, to get good seeds from squash and zucchini, you need to have a really nice, mature, large piece of fruit to seed save from, because the seeds in those are going to be, those seeds have had longer inside the fruit to grow and to mature, and they are just going to be a lot better seed to seed save from, okay? Because they're going to be more mature and yeah. Alrighty, so I want to show you how I seed save from this. Okay guys, so I have a napkin here and I've written yellow crookneck squash 2022. That is what I am seed saving. I'm going to be putting those seeds on this napkin. I just have my squash and I am going to be seed saving from inside of these. You can do this one of two ways. You can either cut it long ways like this, which is what I would recommend because you are not going to be damaging any of the seeds inside. You could also cut it this way, but what I have noticed is I end up cutting a lot of seeds in half because of how the seeds lie in the squash and zucchini. So once I have done that, then all I have to do is just rake out. Just try to gently rake these out. Okay. There's some right there. So there's the seeds that we are saving from. Okay guys, I got a colander here. I'm going to be popping the seeds out into these because they do have a little bit of the flesh from the squash attached to them still. I want to rinse these off to get any of that extra the flesh of the squash off, and then they will be ready to place on this napkin and seed save from. So I'm just going around popping those into my colander here. So one of the great things about seed saving is every year that you seed save from your own garden, the seeds that you save are going to be, they're going to have built resistance to the specific bugs and issues that you deal with in your garden. And so over time, what you will end up producing is seed, if you seed save year after year, that is just genetically superior to them what you started out with. Every year, the genetics inside of your seeds are going to be improving, and they're going to be more pest resistant to the specific pest in your area. They're going to be more maybe drought resistant, or a specific type of blight resistant, or whatever it is that the plants in your garden and climate struggle with. As you continue to save seed from healthy fruit that has endured those circumstances, the genetics in those seeds are going to, over time, become superior. They're going to produce plants that are more prolific, that are going to be able to withstand pest damage and pest pressure more, or be more pest resistant, more prolific, and more disease resistant. So that is another great reason why we should be saving our seeds, is not only for added sustainability and to guarantee that we will always have seed to save, when we're saving seed, that we'll always have seed for our garden for the next year. It saves us money, but also because we are improving the genetics of the plants in our garden year after year. So I'm going to take these seeds, they're all in there. I'm going to just rinse these off really quick, and then we will spread them out here on my little paper towel I have ready, and we'll let those air dry for about a week, and then we will be able to store them away. Okay, so we have our seeds here. They have been rinsed off, and I picked out any of the extra flesh that was in there with them, and now we are going to just dump those out on our thing here. Let me put the rest of these out here. Okay, and I would like to spread mine out so that they can dry very evenly across my paper towel, like that. Oop, I gotta move that out of the way. I don't want that on there. Okay, so I have a few more little pieces here to pick up. All right, so I really want to spread these out. We don't want them all sticking together. Okay guys, and so there is my squash. I am going to let this seed just sit on my counter and dry for about a week. I'll probably put this on a plate so I can move it around if I need to. We'll just pick these up, we'll put them on a plate, we'll allow them to sit for about a week, and then I will store them away. And I usually just store mine away I'll leave them on the paper towel, and then this is actually my pepper seed. I just fold the paper towel up and put them in a Ziploc bag like that, and I store them away. Okay guys, super simple to save your squash and your zucchini seed, and then I put them in just a Ziploc bag and write on it squash, and then if you plan on using them next season, you don't have to do anything extra to them other than just try to get all the air out of your bag and store them in a cool, dark place until you're ready to use them. And I would recommend putting them in something that is pest proof so that like mice or anything don't try to get into it. If you do not plan on using these next season, I would put them in the freezer is what I would recommend, and I would also put them in a like a tin or something of that nature, or in a dark colored bag first, And then I would place them in the freezer so that they are safe from any extra light from like the freezer light, them being exposed to the freezer light. So put them in something that will keep the light away from them, put them in the freezer, and they will last for many years to come. And that was it. That's how easy it is. So don't forget to save some of your seed this season for next year. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye.